Salutations. Welcome to a very special installment of your favorite show, The Dale Ryan Report. I am Ryan Humor, and
hey, man, it's me, Mr. About Dale Time. Peace, love, and I'm going to take Ryan shit. Prosperity.
Wow, man. Walaikum salam. Listen, we have a very, very especially special, ostentatious guest for you. As a correspondent of the show, he's a brother of me and Dale's for over 20 years. He's TCU Horned Frog alumni. He's a San Joaquin Valley real estate investor. He's the owner of 500 different pieces of headwear, and he's the first person in Manteca to ever own an Escalade. I bring you S. Walton. What's up, Jack? What's up, my dude?
Man, my guys. First off, thanks for having me. Shout out BBC D&D, the originals. You know, it's some long time in there. If you know, you know, and if you don't, sorry about it. Gang, gang.
What's good, man? How you been, bro? We've been meaning to have you on for a minute, man. I know 4th of July just happened. We're making big moves outside of obviously the Dale Ryan Report. Man, how was your holiday? Let's get started. How was your holiday?
Right.
Man, the holiday was good. It was good to see some folks. It was good to, explode some stuff. But, you can't eat everybody food out there. It was good, until this morning. And I was just like, the BGs, I was like, oh, what's that? Like, that's coming a little bit early this morning. I ain't had no coffee yet. So, like, what's... and then, we gave the toilet hell.
Trying to make you regular. Trying to get you regular.
You had a food hangover, bro?
Pretty much, like a food hangover. And it wasn't good. I just, what happened was, I needed to eat more vegetables yesterday. They didn't have a lot of veggies. Look, most people in their 30s and their 40s, they piss off at the world. You know why? Because they don't eat enough vegetables. Like doo-doo ain't sliding. They be like, zero. Like, just saying.
If we were to end the episode right now, that would be the most incredible information you could ever share with the people. If you 30 plus and you mad, it's because your doo-doo ain't sliding. It ain't sliding. You spending too much time on the throne. On the phone. If your dude was sliding on the phone so long, looking at all the bad articles. See, these are the type of gems we need.
No, facts. Because actually, I just got me a tushy, and I'm not going to lie to you, this little book in there, and they tell you how to keep your stool more healthy. You know what I'm saying? You need to have that solid thing, that sausage. They call it a sausage, but pause on that because nobody.
Why you make your hands like that?
You got a sausage for your butt?
Yeah, why you go like that?
Pause. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, look, y'all, man, here we go.
I get it, man. You got a sausage for your butt. I get it. I understand. I mean, look, yo. Okay, so you gotta do it on your own. You gotta do it on a different segment because Dale, you wilding right now. But look, man, hey, we gotta jump into something that's very, very important. We got our homie S. Walton has been hitting me and Dale's line with this theory that he's been feeling for a long time. And this theory was actually like magnified in a way like a couple months ago. So he was kind of feeling himself a little bit. But we're going to just jump into it. Apparently, man, 3 months ago, maybe 4 months, maybe 6 months ago, our homie S. told us that he got, was it 15 or 10?
It was 15. It
was 15? So wait, 14 or 15?
No, I got really 18 to 20.
Man, we need
okay.
I'm gonna give you a solid 15.
Okay.
We gonna let our brother tell y'all 15 players better than James Harden. But let me kind of tell y'all how this started. Me and Dale, we was out here giving y'all a whole bunch of our basketball intelligence. And I was talking about, you know what? James Harden is like slipping out of the top 5. He might only be like top 10 in the next couple of years. And that's that hit my line like, hey man, look, I got 100 players better than James Harden right now. I was like, man, 100? He's like, look, I'm gonna be kind because I don't want y'all to get canceled. I can do 15. 15? So we've been waiting on this for a minute. So yeah, man, tell me these 15. Dale, you ready for this 15?
I'm ready, bro. I agree. I've already agreed with him. He ain't even said the players yet. I know that he about
to. You agree? Oh, now you're selling me out?
I'm not selling you out. I already told you that. I've been saying Harden. That's that. You already know.
He been saying that like he been dropping 81 in his front yard.
I've been dropping 81 front yard game. But this was, I just got the front yard. So you got to remember, I was in LA.
By the way, I do think that's cool how you and your shorty play hoops for who got to do chores or whatever. I was like, I like that.
That's how you got to do that. Yeah. No battle. You feel me? I call that arguing shit.
Soft today.
All right, so let me get into this, right? So here's the premise, right? And I think this came out when the NBA dropped the top 75. I think that's part of the reason how we got started on it, right?
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Because I do be taking notes on the show. So when I fire off, one day I was getting ready to go. I was like, wait, I'm not going to give you all this ammunition, Holloway, so you can kind of come back to me here.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so 15 players right now that are better than James Harden. Keep in mind, this is also the premise. If I'm going to build a team, right? These are the best 15 players that I would take before James Harden. And here's why. This nigga James Harden is like Kyrie. This nigga is just unavailable. So part of this decision is like, are you available and can you play and do you want to play? But here you go. No particular order. Joker, Giannis, Embiid, KD, Steph. Top 5. No particular order. Top 5. Okay. The next tier, LeBron, Luka, Ja Morant, DeMar DeRozan, Booker, CP3, Jimmy Buns. Third group, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young. That's 15. Now, if you want honorable mention, here we go. I like the kid LaMelo Ball. That boy hungry. That boy hungry. That boy want to play. And then I'm going to throw Clay in there just because of Clay. And then I'm throwing in Draymond, and I'm also throwing in there Wiggins. Mm-hmm. You notice you don't got Kyrie on there. You don't got James Harden on there. But I'm going to press pause here. I can see them. Mr. Holloway is over here. He's writing furious over there, boy. So let me press pause and we can get into this fun debate here. What you like?
Oh man, I got a feeling. I don't know what happened. I think the basketball gods had like just muted you for a second because the shit was getting really disrespectful. What was the last 5? Tatum, Trae Young, and who?
CP3, Jimmy, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young.
Bruh. All right, listen. This is the most disrespectful list in history of lists that I've ever seen in my life. Listen, man. First of all, the top 5. The top 5, I'll give you the top 5. I see. Yeah. Okay, listen. If you're going to start a team, okay, Steph, and I mean Joker, Giannis, KD, okay, cool. LeBron old as hell. You can't start no team with LeBron tomorrow. Yes, so this is my question.
I have a better GM than the one that they got.
Did y'all see what Jeannie Buss text this morning to Twitter? No. I really miss Kobe. He knew the difference between being a team and wanting to work together. And then out of nowhere, you just randomly miss Kobe because it's LeBron shit going on trying to get rid of Westbrook. No, man. Listen, let me clarify this list real quick. Are we starting a team tomorrow with these people based on current health, or like 5 years ago and then start a team with them 5 years ago, or right now?
So I took this as based on what their in production season was right here in this moment when we started having the debate. And even to then,
only as good as your last game.
Even to then, and then your last game, James Harden, nigga, you didn't want to, I can't say that. You didn't want to shoot the ball in your last game and you wasn't available. I mean, like,
okay.
I wish I could gain weight in corporate America and move my way out to go do something else. Can't do it though.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you what's going on with this list. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you Joker, Giannis, Embiid, Steph, KD. I'm gonna
LeBron.
give you I'm gonna give you Ja Morant. I'm gonna give you Luka. After that, that's it. Oh, and Tatum.
I can't give you CP3 though. I can't give you CP3. I'm taking Harden over CP3 right now.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Like,
okay,
I gotta realize here, like, okay, so like,
did you say you didn't have him in there too? Did you say him? Because it felt like you.
I haven't got us in there. But I considered Drew Holiday for a minute, trying to get through there, and then like CP3, Drew Holiday, but like the point guard himself, like, go ahead. What you want to say?
Right.
Listen, man. Hey, listen, you just randomly putting in this from the flea market over here. Look, bro, it's a problem. Here's the problem. A lot of these players that you like trying to sneak in here, these dudes just roll dudes. They're not a bucket. Now, when James Harden be having his like burnouts and gaining weight and going to different teams, yeah, that's disloyal. That's disloyal.
Wait a minute. Time out. Trae Young is not a bucket.
Trae Young is a bucket.
Donovan Mitchell is not a bucket.
No, he's not. I'm
Donovan Mitchell?
They young. They young.
Let me explain.
Go ahead. Let me
explain. Trae Young is not a bucket in the way that y'all think that he's a bucket. I'm going to explain. Listen, Trae Young is a bucket in the sense where it's like, here, take the ball, and because you shoot a 31% three-pointer, that shit's a turnover. Take all the shots you want. We're going to win anyway. James Harden a bucket, and so James Harden's going to score 50, and y'all going to win. Trae Young can shoot all he wants. It shit don't matter. Trae Young is like, what's dude name from that they drafted for the Kings that don't play no more? Little short white dude, Jimmer Fredette. That's Trae Young. In 3 years, we ain't even going to know who he is no more. Trae Young is Jimmer Fredette. James Harden is a walking.
In 3 years, you said we not gonna know who he is no more?
In 3 years, we ain't gonna know who Trae Young is anymore.
That's
James
disrespectful.
Harden, listen.
Who averages more points?
This season, I think this season, I believe Trae Young averages more points this season. But if we only going by this season, somebody getting fat and getting traded because Dale's man's Kyrie wanted to not get a vaccine, that's a little bit different. I think it's not. I don't think it's fair to put this last season on that man.
So, if understanding what you're saying about that last season, here's the other thing: is James Harden a leader?
No.
Nah.
That's the one thing we all agree. You don't say.
He's not my top 15.
That's his whole
top 15 and top 75. You are a leader. Like, go. Period. Like
Devin Booker's a leader.
Hell yeah,
bro. They weren't. The reason they have CP3 is because Devin Booker isn't a leader.
When CP3 when CP3 was gone earlier this season and he was out, who picked up and got him there?
When CP3 wasn't on the team, what was them niggas?
They had to learn that.
We're going to talk about when CP3 was gone. Let's talk about when he wasn't there. Because the last game,
Monty Williams wasn't there either, though. When CP3 wasn't there.
The last game when they took that L, right? I think they got killed by 40, right? I think CP3. Didn't Devin Booker get the shackles that game?
Yeah, but I think he was also hurt. I mean, I'm not making excuses for the man. I'm not making excuses or for my argument, which is very valid.
So Devin Booker's injuries count, but James Harden injuries don't count. No,
because they're self-inflicted because he eating too much food.
Okay, Steve Bayless. Listen, man, you're not about to sit here and you tell me which. All right, look. Let me. This what I'm gonna do. This you gave me this list, right? I'm gonna try to. I want to see if you'd be willing to remove a couple of these people. All right. Mm-hmm. First of all,
he already said CP3. He good.
You good on CP3? You'll let me take that off.
I would let that slide. I would let that.
Because I have. Okay. Will you let me remove Draymond Green off of this list?
He was like honorable mention, and that's only because of like the feel.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean,
LaMelo gotta go. I like LaMelo.
Draymond is a third or a fourth round pick to this day. Like to this day, he's still a third or a fourth round pick. But I was just like, okay, like I like what you do, like.
Yeah.
But he's not better than James Harden. I'll tell you.
So so these honorable mention niggas like Draymond, Vernon, like we could just take these niggas off.
B-Man.
Shout out B-Man, bro. All right, look. I know a lot of people aren't gonna agree with this, man. And this is one of those times where you didn't want to give me the ammunition with this conversation a couple weeks ago. Now listen, bro. Based on health, not like superior health or being younger, just like next year, everyone healthy. James Harden not fat, being James Harden. Klay Thompson ain't better.
The next basketball season, James Harden is going to go off. You know why?
You got it's time to get that bag.
One, the bag. Two, he's heard the noise from the media. Like the James Harden that's going to show up next year is not going to be the James Harden that we saw in Brooklyn or in Houston. Right. It's going James. Here you go. James Harden might be in the conversation for MVP next year.
Possibly. The thing so James Harden did the thing with this. James Harden did the thing with this contract, the opposite of what Kyrie did. So James Harden let them restructure his last year so they could bring in somebody like PJ Tucker. That's what he did.
I got a question though. Did you see how they did that deal though?
I didn't see it. Tell me more.
So the owner of the Philadelphia 76ers owns the company Fanatics. James Harden took less, but he's going to get that money in a sponsorship through Fanatics, so he still gets breaded up.
Right. That's a good way to do that. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, strategic. You know what I'm saying?
That was the first time I heard that kind of a deal. I was like, well, I wonder how many other deals got put out like that. Like, wait a minute. Like, we're not going to pay for you here,
but we'll get you
here. And I was like, oh, anyway, but back to this 15 though. Back to this 15.
I'll take it. That's cool. But the reason they doing that is because he's a primary scorer that you saying is going to go off. You saying he might get MVP next year, right?
Yeah.
Right? You said this.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility that Trae Young gets MVP next year?
Possibly.
It is. Yes or no, Steven?
No.
No. Okay. Is there a possibility that Booker gets MVP next year?
Yes. I'll say that. I'll say Booker can get MVP.
I'm on that. How?
Come on, hold on. Did you think that they would be the number one seed in this year in the first place? Did you have that betting on?
Yeah, they won the finals last year. They're a good team.
Come on, man. You got to give Devin a little bit more credit, bro. Devin is. Why you think players trying to get over there? Why you think KD want to get over there? Because he want to play with Devin Booker.
Players are trying to go there because CP3 has established the foundation of winning there. There's so many players are trying to come to the Clippers. People go where CP3 is at. CP3 is such an influence. David Stern said, "No, Kobe, you can't have CP3 on your Lakers." So don't give me this whole Devin Booker popping now. No, he pop. Devin Booker, one of those chicks where she like, I'm an entrepreneur now because she married a nigga with a yacht. No, you just a bad bitch.
Damn. I mean, come on now. That's no. He been getting buckets though. He been getting buckets though. And he young. He's still young. He still got a lot more bandwidth in this game than a CP3. And on top of that, like and on top of that, another thing that goes credit to him, he's a Kobe baby. That's one of those kids who comes from a Kobe baby. That's another Kobe baby. Shit, bro. That's a Mamba mental.
This Kobe baby shit. These Kobe baby niggas can't win without niggas that played against Kobe.
First off, let's back up. We're gonna unpack this Kobe baby, right? I'm with you with D Book has a lot of like, you look at it like that.
That's a Kobe's child.
Jason Tatum, take that shit off, brother. You don't. What did I tell y'all? Like, I don't want to jump on y'all's show, but I slid in y'all's DM after game 2 when he spiked the ball, and I said, that right there is why they lost it. We done. Kobe would have never done that shit. And Jason Tatum does not have that, like, I'm about to take over and killer instinct and I'm putting all my, I almost said some bad stuff right there, but and just take over. He don't have that to me, Jason Tatum. Like Jason Tatum.
Didn't he put up 55 on Friday the 13th? They was calling him Jason. They was calling him Jason Voorhees and shit on Friday the 13th. And May 13th, on Friday the 13th, he put up hella buckets on, like, they was calling him Jason like a serial killer. Wasn't he? Didn't he put up 50 plus buckets? Jason Tatum can score buckets. He can get it in.
He don't got that killer instinct when it needed.
I mean, I don't listen. That's your man's. That's your man.
He on the list.
He on the list.
My king is. Would you take Harden over Tatum?
Healthy. We start a team tomorrow.
We're starting a team tomorrow.
Healthy. We start a team tomorrow. I'm taking James Harden. Healthy tomorrow.
Rocks. Hey,
bro,
y'all might want to check Brian.
You might be smoking on rocks, bro, back there. Because I'm taking Jason Tatum. Look, I'm telling you right now, what are you talking about? That's pure athleticism.
Hey, does James Harden play defense? Does James Harden play defense?
No.
This is the same dude that y'all saying that y'all was just laughing at, saying don't got a killer instinct mentality.
He don't got it, but he gonna play defense.
He gonna play. He gonna
show up.
Man.
I don't even think. Hold on. To me, I think his age has a lot to do with not being able to get over a championship team like the Warriors. That's what I truly think. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that they just as a unit couldn't get over. But when it came down to how he stepped right over KD, who you got on the top of your list, you got to get that man credit. Ain't nobody was doing it like that. He went in. He got in KD grill. Like he went and gave that man some buckets. He really went at him. So they had a harder fight coming out of the East. That was a bang up fight. Then you get to Jimmy Butler eventually, who ain't going out without no fight. You know what I'm saying? I told you how Jimmy walked out of there. He walked out of there like, they got me on this one, but next time, nigga,
Good point. So if Jason Tatum had that killer instinct that we saw in Jimmy, Jason Tatum would be unstoppable. That brother would be on. He just looks soft to me like a pretty boy. Maybe it's because I'm like an ugly brother, but like, and you know, D&D. But Jason Tatum just he don't ever got that like, I'm a dog. I'm gonna go get it. You know what I mean? Like,
got a little bit of dog in him.
But James Harden don't got that either.
So y'all gonna sit here?
Harden got lemon pepper wings, brother.
Right.
Y'all gonna sit here and just basically call Jason Tatum Prince, right? And then y'all gonna sit up here and also tell me that
Prince was getting buckets. Y'all gonna also tell me Prince was getting buckets.
Listen, man. James Harden healthy is a whole problem forever, always. Now here's the thing. We do got some playoff issues because he been in a strip club and he gets burned out or whatever. Some people say it's a strip club. Some people say it's a strip club. Some people say it's because the coaches, because he plays, I think over the last 10 years, I think he's ranked like seventh in all-time minutes. So he never fit in the cheat sheet. So that's why during the finals, I'm like, yo, like when Steph Curry putting the whole team on his back, and like Klay Thompson is like pulling up, doing what he need to do, but like also needs help. Klay Thompson holds the record for scoring the most points on like 11 dribbles, right? Because he can't for the most part create his own shot. James Harden, even with the new rules at the beginning of the season, like, yo, you can't be doing all that flailing shit no more. He was still able to get buckets. So after the first 4 months, once he adjusted, and there's like, oh, y'all not gonna call the fouls? Okay, my free throw is gonna go from 9.1 down to 7, but I'm still about to be a walking bucket out here. He makes adjustments. These other dudes, like, okay, LeBron, easy. Easy. He needs help. He's a beast. Only we should have got MVP. Embiid, easy. Giannis, easy. John Morant, as of right now, I'm going to say based on like youth and based on youth experience, we got one season. I'm taking James Harden. The reason I'm gonna take and Josh dope. But I think that when you talk about age, it's not an age thing with Jason Tatum. It's an age thing with John Morant. I don't think John Morant's exciting, but he don't got a toolbox yet. That's how the Warriors stopped him. He's exciting as shit, but he don't got a toolbox. He's doing the same move every single time. That's why the rest wouldn't bail him out on that last shot against us. He's a beast once he gets a box, but I'm not taking him over James Harden next season. John Morant isn't a possible. Let me not say that. I don't think John Morant has a huge possible MVP ceiling next season. After next season, absolutely. But if the ceiling is what Joker doing with no help, then I'm gonna get that shit to John Morant. So this is what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna give you 9. Joker
9 out of his 15 or 9 out of his 18.
I'm gonna give that 18 shit don't, man. Listen. Wait, but let me hold on. Ask Doctor. Let me ask you. Well, so you said you'll drop Trae Young for me?
You drop.
I gave you CP3 and Trae. Yeah.
You sound soft when you say that. You drop Trae Young.
All right, you will give me. You won't give me Booker though?
No. Not giving you Book.
All right. You'll give me Klay though.
Klay was honorable mention.
All right. Wait, so where the other 15 go? Oh, you give me CP3 too, right?
Yeah. You got 3. I'm in the whole 3. We had 12.
Okay. All right, but you won't give me John Morant next year. We healthy head to head, like you taking one.
I'm still taking Ja over James Harden.
They both healthy as shit, knees, everything. We got one season to play with them. You still taking Ja?
Taking Ja.
Ja can't shoot the 3.
You don't need to yet.
Yet? When in the play? When do we got?
Next season, you'll see him with the 3 ball.
All right, man. Dale, how you feeling about this list, Dale?
No, I gotta agree. Now, I ain't gonna lie, Ryan. You kind of got me on that John Morant thing. And you know what? I'm really thinking about. If it was right now, championship next year, I got to go with James Harden before John Morant. I got to go with you know why though? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. That's not this why though. Because if James Harden comes out full healthy, you still got to think who he has right now. If we're talking about current team right now and things like that, you got to look at, you got Joel Embiid, he still got a squad over there. But James Harden, he is a product of take it in, show what I got on the court. That's what he does. He doesn't talk. He doesn't got to go out there and give you no crazy post interview. He puts everything on the court. And a lot of times, even with a John Morant right now, John Morant's still young. John Morant still got to get flashy. I just saw John Morant on the pool party talking about, yeah, y'all see me, this life. He's still a young,
living his best life.
He's still a young cat, right? He's still a young cat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these wins to him is kind of like, it ain't synced in yet that the wins. It's more about the sponsorship. Who gonna recognize me? Is Gotti gonna come to my Gotti gonna come to my game and sit front row with my dad? Like that shit popped to him. You know what I'm saying? He's still on some AI shit. I need the street cred before I get the NBA cred, low key. I kind of see him on that. But for James Harden really does gotta prove. And a lot of people ain't putting weight on Ja right now to get a championship. But right now, for a James Harden feels like he need to get a championship, and he feels like he need to get it now. And I think a lot of the noise that's going around with the NBA at this current moment, with trades going here, and then you see your team that you spawned away from do better. I mean, start to disable. You start to think, yo, this is my year to just really shut it up. Kind of like what the Warriors did this year anyway, as a championship caliber team. A lot of people weren't talking about them being in the championship even conversation. And then unless it was Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith was talking about it, but a lot of other people weren't talking that shit. And then they got up there, you feel me? And just putting in that paperwork because a lot of people was like, oh, they old, they got it. And they made the whole league around seeing the Lakers and Boston meet it. That's really what they made it around.
So do the Grizzlies, Dale, this is for you. Mm-hmm. Do the Grizzlies go to the Western Conference Finals next year?
Nah, they don't go to the Western Conference Finals next year. Not what they trying. And the reason why I say that right now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. These Clippers about to be dangerous. I
was in y'all's DM and said that the other day to y'all.
Yeah, these Clippers is about to be dangerous. These Warriors still gonna be some trouble. You feel me? It's a lot of other teams. These Suns ain't about to fuck around with you. You know what I'm saying? And you got they not.
Don't let Denver come back with Michael Porter and
exactly and Jamal Murray.
Light skinned brother. What's his name?
Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray come back. I mean, all of that is gonna be because Jamal Murray to me, low key, because he got injured. A lot of people forget when they was in the bubble. Them two it was a 50 game every night type of shit. Jamal Murray is exciting to watch too, and a lot of people forget that Jamal Murray is he's like that guard. He's like a CP3 low key 2.0.
I'll give you half a Ja Holloway.
All right,
0.5. I'm gonna give you 0.5.
Okay, all right, man. All I'm saying is that, man. And look, I'm not even gonna. You know what? So if we had some of this, I'm really not even okay with. But if I'm gonna give Steph and KD. We talking about healthy people playing and not just leaving because they boy leaving and the instance ain't gonna be there no more. Fine. Steph, KD, Embiid, Giannis, LeBron, Booker.
Yeah.
You said Jimmy, right?
Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Luka.
Now here's my thing with Luka, man. Here's my thing with Luka. Now look, I'm gonna ask you this. Do you think that like both healthy, right? Over the course of like bang bang, right? Like the way they guard Luka and the way Luka got to play like end to end of the court, and as exhausted as he be, do you believe that Luka is in better shape than a healthy James Harden?
This season, no, he was not in his best shape.
Okay, so what are we basing this on?
Pure 15 people that I would take over James Harden,
right?
To go start a team. Period.
Okay. All right. So
part of this is like because you have different people and you got some of the youngsters and you got some of the olders, right? So part of with the olders, it's like, what have you already done that I can judge you for? With the younger ones, it's like, okay, I see where your ceiling is going to go.
Right.
To me, I think James Harden is he going to be a bucket at 25. Was it 25 points? I think he had
30.
He averages 25 right now.
He's giving you this is the fat get traded season, right?
Yeah. Where was I going with that? So I believe James Harden, his ceiling is plateaued. Like when you look at like some of the people on the list, they're going to go further than the people above him. LeBron, KD, all the older ones, they've already surpassed him.
And right? a lot of things to consider in this Ryan is it's about, if you're thinking about starting a team, we're talking about who do I want in my organization. Though skill is a part of that aspect, right? What you're going to do in my organization does mean something. A Luka is loyal. You know what I'm saying? And technically, Luka and James Harden are the fucking same player, bro. They're the same fucking player. It's really just a white Luka, black, light R, bro. Look, same defensive strategy. The difference is they may not do the same moves, but literally getting to the cup and doing all of that shit, they do the same shit. And it's really just their skill which gets them by. Honestly.
Who do you trust more?
I'm going to trust a Luka more. I'm going to trust him come to show up every game. Similarly
to Dale's point earlier, though, like what you saying, you just said 7 minutes ago that James Harden is going to show up and do his job because all he do is ball. He's not going to tweet. He's not going to do none of the extra shit. He's not going to do none of that. He's going to show up and ball.
Season.
Hear me out. He left the Nets because the team wasn't what they told him it was going to be. That Rocket shit, I get it. Here's the thing. That Rocket shit was wild. But he sacrificed everything on the Rockets where he was at and where he was happy. His boys said, come over here, we gonna ball. He went there, they wasn't balling. So he left. Like, this isn't the James Harden thing. The James Harden thing isn't like, I think it's very unique from anything else. This isn't a Ben Simmons situation. This isn't a Kyrie situation. This isn't a KD. I'm at the Rockets. I'm having a good ass time. Hey, bro, come over. We gonna ball. Kyrie called me over here. We building our whole organization. We got Nash. He coached the way you want to play. All right, bro, I like Houston, but all right, I'm gonna get myself out of Houston and come fuck with y'all. You think he want to do that shit twice?
So like, you put an asterisk on this last season for him then?
Huh?
You putting an asterisk on James Harden?
He putting it out like he did the bubble. Like those championships don't count.
I'm not putting an asterisk on it. What I'm saying is, like, to Dale's point, is like he gonna show up and do what he got to do for y'all, and he gonna ball regardless. He's gonna be tired. He's gonna play every fucking minute and do everything. But it's like, oh no, he's not loyal. He is loyal. He left this situation to go play with his boys, and they wasn't playing. So like, nigga, all right, well, send me over there then. Yeah, if y'all not go, if I came, I left Houston. I don't pay taxes in Houston. The strip club loves me in Houston. They give me whatever I want here. Nigga,
now I'm in Philly. Now I'm in Philly with Meek Mill.
They brought me Westbrook. They brought me CP3. They brought me Dwight Howard. They'll give me whatever I want. I'm gonna leave here and go hang out with KD because he wanna bring the band back together. But KD ain't got no control over Kyrie. So now Kyrie is in here listening to smoke, light incense and shit at the fucking Native American reservation. You gonna ball? Nah, bro, I'm not gonna ball. All right, cool. We not balling? All right, bet.
This nigga said they want to bring the band back together.
He went to go play basketball, right? Like that's why he went, nigga. So y'all gotta. I'm not saying put an asterisk on it, but don't tell me like Luka's so much loyaler than him. Like, has Luka signed his extension? Has Luka been in the league for 10 years? Don't tell me this young cat Don't tell me this young cat is loyal. Don't tell me that, man. They just got rid of Brunson. Luka gonna lose some help. Then let's go see what's gonna happen with him sooner than later. So I'm just saying, man, y'all. I'm not saying give this man a pass. I'm saying when y'all see him when he in his shit, and he do be in his shit, because all these other people that get traded and got to listen to Stephen A. Smith and them talk shit, they got these little tweets, these little replies, these little subjective things that they send on Twitterverse. James Harden just sit there with a beard. He just sit there. He just said this nigga got in a commercial making fun of himself not playing no defense. Foot Locker paid him money.
Bringing up that same fact.
Well, it's key. The thing is, no. It's important. It's important to be able to laugh at yourself and own the shit that people criticize you about. Oh, yeah. Versus niggas like KD, like, shut up, Stephen A. Smith. You don't know about basketball. Why are you writing that to somebody that is going to make more money by talking shit about you? Right. For what? James Harden just be like, just give me the ball, bro. Just give me the ball. Right. So I don't know, man. Healthy. You get 9 of these. You get Joker, Giannis, Embiid, Steph, KD, LeBron. Shit.
Thank you.
Where's this list at? Tatum.
Curry. Did you say Curry?
I already said Steph. What happened to the list?
So you taking DeMar? You taking DeMar DeRozan over James Harden?
Oh, okay. I didn't write down that. Healthy, right? Healthy. We saying healthy, right? Healthy. Is that what we saying?
Right.
Healthy.
Come on, the best mid-range in the game. The best mid-range in the game.
Hey, that's the problem. that's the problem. This nigga will take 40 great shots and will get you 39 points. Like he ain't got no three. And I know, and the thing is, I know that's a very minuscule to some. Like the 3-point shot don't even matter. But James Harden can literally score from anywhere. Is my point. So when I talk about like Luka being like exhausted. Luka gets exhausted because he sort of play a big man role too down low for some reason because he's bigger than them. He be tired as shit. James Harden is running less miles up and down the court.
Yeah.
Because he can preserve energy and pull up from three. That's why I don't play a lot of defense. He play defense like Curry. Pull up and get back. I teach you in high school. You shoot the three, get back. Don't follow your shot because long shots go long rebound. You don't go down low for that shit. I'm gonna say this. DeMar DeRozan was in Toronto getting dog walked by LeBron multiple years in a row, forever. They call it LeBronto now to this day. They trade him.
They never did that.
They called it LeBronto for a whole season called LeBronto. They could Google this. Google it. Call it LeBronto.
I never heard this, but that's crazy if they did. I never heard that.
They was calling it LeBronto.
Wow.
There was this GIF going around of the newest Godzilla movie, no, the newest King Kong movie, where there's a huge monkey just beating up fucking dinosaurs, and they was spreading that shit around. And they was like, "Welcome to LeBronto." It's a big deal. Anyway, listen, DeMar DeRozan.
I just googled LeBronto, quote unquote, but there's no doubt James has owned the Raptors. That's how they have it in Urban Dictionary.
There you go. So all I'm saying is this. It's true. Thank you for checking that shit. But I didn't make it. I wish I made that up.
Funny, LeBronto.
LeBronto.
Oh my God.
I wish I made it up. It's one of those sports things that just really dope. Like the Bills. Yeah. The Bills acronym is "Boy, I love losing Super Bowls."
Yeah, I know
outstanding.
That one. Yeah, it's like forward.
Outstanding. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. Can't beat that. They lost 4 in a row though. Only makes sense. Anyway, look. Trudeau and Drake got DeMar DeRozan up out the paint. And they called Kawhi Leonard, and what happened? Kawhi Leonard showed up with his big ass hands and Pusha T braids. And what happened?
What happened?
You know what I mean? And now DeMar DeRozan on the Bulls, they make the playoffs? Did they make the play-in? He went to the Spurs. Popovich got him on out of there. If he was that good, Popovich
Lonzo got hurt. That was a big
Lonzo got hurt.
It wasn't Zach LaVine.
Oh shit, yo. Oh shit, yo. What? Shit, guys. Lonzo got hurt. Damn, nigga. Crazy. It's crazy, bro. No DeMar DeRozan ain't on your goddamn list. What the hell?
Donovan Mitchell.
Yes.
He loved Donovan Mitchell. He loves Donovan Mitchell. So I knew he was going to say that right away.
Keep a score. I'm at 10.5, right?
Yeah, he loves Donovan Mitchell. You see how you question that.
Let me ask you this question. Oh, I know we're talking about top 15. I got a question for you.
Sure.
Rudy Gobert went to Minnesota. What's going on with Donovan Mitchell? Is he going to stay there? Or are they going to rebuild and ship him off somewhere else? And if so, where does Donovan Mitchell go?
Well, that's a good question.
Because when you signal to Robert that Rudy's going away, and then I'm not sure, like if you guys, and this ain't even me. I think I heard it on. I don't know what the dude's name is, but he called it out when I was on the Peloton. The day that it broke, KD wanted to trade. That they got rid of a player that's a pretty good player from the Jazz, and they sent them to the Nets. Mm-hmm. And he called it out and was like, yo, like, what's really going on here? Then the next day, Gobert goes to Minnesota. So Donovan Mitchell's now in Utah sitting there like, what happens with Donovan Mitchell? And then parlay with that, what happens with KD and Kyrie? And I'm going to frame this for you in this situation. if I'm KD, right? I'm not going to ask you all the one question I really want to. I'm going to say that for later, right?
Okay.
One question I'm going to get you here is: should KD stay in the East?
Is that the first question?
Should he come to the West? Because to me, like I look at that situation,
you
like
stay in the East.
You don't want to come to the West. The West is hot, boy. Like we just called Denver's going to be better. The Phoenix Suns going to be better. The Warriors, we going back to we win in the next 2 out of 4 at least. You know, I'm willing to put money on that. But like, so Donovan Mitchell, where is he at? KD, should he stay in the East or the West? And I guess we can. I mean, shit. For shits and giggles, we can add Kyrie in there. Like, you know, I don't really give that brother too much. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate that he speaks his mind, but Kyrie, you know.
Honestly, now, you know, I will say this, and this is something we spoke about yesterday, but I think was it the day before yesterday? I think KD, this is the truth. I think KD should try to go to Portland. And
why?
Because go in there and team up. If you're going to go team up with Dame, I think that'd be a good fit for you.
They not winning in Portland.
They got KD over there. They gonna win.
I think to your point, I think that's I haven't thought about it in that way, as that, but the way I see it, that's a good point. I don't know why he would come over here, because like your time to be here was obviously your time when you was here, and you spent a lot of time on this coast. I don't know how you coming over here would be helpful to like your legacy if you want to win. I'm not saying unless you're that afraid of Giannis and Jimmy, like, here's the thing, bro. Like, keep it real. Like, to y'all, you guys mentioned the youth of the Celtics, right, bro? Like, the Warriors y'all mark my words. We may be developing this youth or whatever from Santa Cruz, but as you can see, people will get their paper and dip out. Shout out GP2 for getting his $28 million. But the Warriors have 3 years left. We got 3 good years left. So, and after that, I think the Celtics is so young. I don't really see that core breaking up. They doing really well. So maybe that's why he want to get out the East Coast. Like, bro, I can't beat them ever. I'm never going to beat them. Like, he may be looking at the Celtics the way that he looked at the Warriors before joining them. Now, not in the sense of like when he lost the Warriors, he's like, yo, I'm going to join the Warriors tomorrow. But like, yo, somebody got to beat that team. I can't beat them here. He can't. There's no team he can join in the East that's going to beat the Celtics. He's never going to see the finals again. At least if you come to the West, it seems like for some reason the West Coast be having like so many weird ass injuries that like it'd be a dope team that can't play no more. Like whether it's the Lakers with AD or us with like random Steph injuries, or like the first season the Warriors won it when they said every point guard we played was injured. They said when CP3 was injured, Mike Conley from the Grizzlies was injured.
I remember that season.
One of the dudes was
2015. Was that 2015?
I don't know, but it was the year that everyone we played, their point guard was injured. Even Kyrie got injured in the final. Kyrie got injured and played the final. So it's just a weird thing how like every point guard had a knee or ankle thing. So in the West Coast has these things where you could like. I mean, you know what? I've talked to myself into the devil's idea. If Portland can get KD, and like, I don't know where their big man situation is. I think they got a solid dude. Excuse my ignorance on that. I think they got a solid dude. But if they can get KD and Dame, then it's cool. But like, ain't they both too polarizing? Like, does that work? Don't you need like a Clay and some? Don't you need like a Clay?
You need somebody that kind of like
you need a Robin.
Yeah, you need a Robin. Yeah, that's a good play.
Like, you need a Robin. Like, do I think that would I like to see Dame with KD? Yeah, you know,
that would be exciting.
Dame is a Bay Area native, right?
Right.
I like the way he carries himself in this business. If you ain't heard it, I'm surprised, Dale, you ain't gave him a song of the week, because that nigga got.
I think I did. No, we did. We had his intro. His cousin did our intro first.
I said the N-word. My fault, folks.
It's all good. We say nigga a lot on here. Nigga this, nigga that. Tell them niggas not to be over there doing nigga shit.
I just don't want the fine to come to my house from the whatever. But I don't think so. Like change. I mean, like sticking to this KD thing, right? Is KD's legacy impacted because he's leaving to go to another team to try to win?
No.
What do you mean? Wait, go ahead, Dale. Go ahead.
All it matters, if you look at like even like you look at great players. All that matters at the end of the day is how many rings you got. That's all that matters. They're not. Nobody's gonna look. If nobody's gonna look back, he'd be like, he did it, but he did that with them. Shaq. They talk about Shaq rings. Shaq got a bunch of rings. They talk about Shaq rings. They don't care about none of that. Robert Horry, they talk about his rings. They don't care about none of that. It's about, matter of fact, it don't even matter so much that if you coach a team and they win a fucking championship, they count that as your wins, which which makes sense. But I'm just saying, like to the point where they'll be like, that's still like we talk about Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson had 11 rings, right? Mm-hmm. Like 11 rings. They talk about that. Bill Belichick, you talk about his rings, you talk about his legacy. That's what matters. So is your winning, is your accuracy before winning. So that's all that matters.
I was just curious to get y'all's take on. And if you haven't read 11 Rings by Phil Jackson, it's that orange book up there. You should definitely read it. It's a good book.
I'll check it out. Let me answer that question, Esther. And to Dale's point, the only thing that matters is when you win. I think NBA championships are like college, right? Mm-hmm. No matter how long it takes you to graduate college or get a degree, get your master's, get your doctorate, no one ever asks you how long you went to school. Right. Niggas just ask you if you graduated. No one asked how long it took. No one. When I got my degree at 31, niggas like, yeah, but as long as it took, it was like, fuck, I wonder how long I've been in school, man. Goddamn. But once I graduated, hey, did you graduate? Yeah, I did. All right, cool. Nobody go, well, how long? How many junior colleges did you go to? How many times you have to retake that one weird math class? Right. Niggas just care if you graduate or not. But if you go to Santa Barbara and the University of Phoenix and then DeVry and then Princeton and then University of Miami and then UNLV, then Hawaii, I'm trying to figure out my life out. And you owe $700, you got $700,000 in debt. You never graduate, nigga. You're a loser. So that's what KD gonna look like if he don't win again. Like if he that's what I'm saying. Like to Bubba's point is like if you go to Portland, you better win. The next place you go, you have to. There's no willy-nilly, like, there's no willy-nilly. You can't go somewhere. You can't go somewhere and play around, Willie. You don't get to just, you know what I mean? So no,
that was that Jada kid.
But it affects his legacy if he doesn't win. If he wins, nobody care. And like, Dale made a good point when people talk about niggas don't talk about Shaq's rings. And yeah, three are with Kobe, one is with Dwayne Wade, don't matter. Even though he was like kind of washed with Dwayne Wade, don't matter. Dwayne Wade got finals MVP, averaged 35 buckets a game in the finals. Shaq's rings don't matter. But the thing is about the Spurs first championship, nobody talks about this shit because they got hella rings. The Spurs first championship is after that strike season against the Knicks in the finals. Who cares? Who was on that Knicks team?
Yeah.
Shit. Larry Johnson, Sprewell.
What's the light-skinned dude?
John Starks.
John Starks.
Not John Starks. Allen Houston.
Allen Houston.
Was it Marcus Camby on that team too?
Marcus Camby. Wow. They were stacked at that time.
Even though that team was like, even though they won, so the Spurs won that championship during the strike season, the ring still counts. So just like they keep on LeBron's ring and Mickey Mouse ring. In 5 years, it's not gonna matter. The nigga got 4 rings. It's gonna make a difference.
Okay.
So long as he win, though, Steve, he gotta win. If he don't win, he gonna
wherever he go, he got, especially like
if he never wins.
If you draw a box around all the BS with Kyrie and then KD, if Kevin would have left the Warriors in a different fashion, a little bit more quiet, or not like parade material, right? Mm-hmm. Like, hey, Kevin's not a loud noise kind of a guy, right? But the people around him create that noise, which he's not with. So I say, like, I asked that question. I was really curious to get you guys' take, because wherever he goes, he has to win because of what the pressure, right? From the Warriors now getting, that's number 4 for them? 4 for 4. And Kevin, I mean, Kevin could have potentially still been on this team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the crazy shit about this situation.
And I think that's what hurts. That's what I think hurts the most,
I think what hurts the most is that not that he wasn't on the team that won, but that he left that team to go play with his boy. Mm-hmm. So like that's how I felt about James Harden. That's why I think James Harden was down to like, get me out of here, bro. Like, because he left his team. He left the Rockets to go there.
I see what you're saying. He was James Harden.
He was.
He could.
Mayor.
Listen, if James Harden wanted to force himself somewhere, he could have forced himself anywhere. But his boy called him. He went to go play with his boy. But he was so fed up that he was so fed up. Like, no, this isn't going to work out. So, but here's the thing, though, Steve, bro. I want to combat something you said, bro. I want to say, dog. I could be wrong, but this is the way I feel. I think there's less pressure for KD now. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm like wherever he goes. Like people call LeBron a ring chaser and all this shit. People call a lot of names ring chasers, but wherever he goes, he kind of has to win, right? So people like if he wins, people gonna be like, nah. And if he doesn't win, people will be like, yeah, you're a loser anyway. Not that he's a loser, but the way sports media works, the expectations are kind of like whatever, but do whatever you want, bro. We don't care. People have to talk about like they care, but bro, like you opt out of a 4-year contract because Kyrie couldn't stay. You gonna go somewhere else? We gonna talk about it, but like, yeah, if you win, it's like whatever. Like, y'all feel me or not?
I mean, I think he has to win. I think the pressure is on. Like,
I think it's on too.
He's not his legacy and his. I mean, he's Kevin Durant.
33 though.
Yeah,
Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
right? Like there's people who you expect to win. I expect KD wherever he goes, like wherever KD goes, right? And if it's Miami, boy, the NBA is going. And by the way, the NBA, I mean, shout out to sports just in general, right? Like this playoff was one of the best playoffs. I think you guys might have called it out, or I may have been listening to somebody else, but I was like, yo, the next 3 to 5 years in the NBA is about to be, you can't say retarded. It's about to be ridiculous. Like
it is.
It's going to be off the charts. And then I like looked at like what I was like, all right, baseball playoffs and hockey playoffs. Like that shit was cracking me. I don't even watch hockey, but I was like, that shit is, them boys built different out there.
Yeah.
And then NFL playoffs this year were really good. Shout out to the Raiders. We finna beat the Niners ass on New Year's Day. You heard it here, folks. So we can rewind the tape back. I'm putting it out there.
Come on, man.
But back to Kevin. I don't know. I just think that saying on Kevin, okay? I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but like I think I was reading Twitter or something. The Warriors veterans said they were open to the possibility of Kevin coming back. So my question is, if you're Bob Myers and you're the dudes at the top, remove the input from the players, do you leverage your future in Poole, Wiggins, Kuminga, and then the fourth person to get KD back?
Okay, so
I'm gonna let you go on that.
Firstly, when you say shout out to sports, that's cool, but the NBA, I want to put this on record. The NBA is a complete shit show if the Nets get bullied into accepting Russell Westbrook because they don't want him.
Okay.
If the NBA gets bullied, if the Nets get bullied and taking Russell Westbrook, the NBA is a shit show. And David Stern was right all along. Like, bro,
Westbrook
they don't want him. They don't want him. I don't care where Kyrie wants to go. They don't want him. Okay, listen. Here's for that Warrior story, right? I think this is where I'll be kind of hot at like my fellow media niggas, right? This is where I'll be kind of hot, bro, because I think that's a BS story. Because okay. I think they're taking, and I'll give you my opinion after, but I think they're taking feelings and then conflating it with facts. I saw a thing where it's like Warriors veterans are interested in getting KD back. Yeah, everyone's interested in getting KD back. So that's not wrong. But then when they talk about the package, when they're like, and then there was a part of the story that's like the Warriors have the best package. So whoever wrote that up, the Warriors didn't build that package because based on like rookie contracts and extensions and shit like that, it's like extended
Simmons on the roster.
Yeah, but it's like extended rookie contracts, some shit like that. Wiggins and Ben can't be on the same team. There's this. To answer your question, I'm good. I don't really want him back. I don't want him back. Like your chance to come back was all the way up until 3 months ago. Like we good. Like I'm cool. Like you go do what. It's also like Kevin Durant has created a. That's what I mean by when I say that. I guess when I said the pressure wasn't on, I guess I should have said it differently. There's the media attention is high as ever, but I don't think there's pressure to win anymore. I think the most pressure he had to win The most pressure he's ever had to win, ever had to win, was on the Warriors. The second time he had the most pressure to win, ever. The second time he had the most pressure to win, ever, was when he left the Warriors to go to the Nets. Oh. Now, it can't become like more pressure than those two times. So now I think it's like, if you do whatever you want to do whatever you want to do. But now, for the most part, he's Tim Tebow. You can't play nowhere without the cameras being around. You can't. He's Kaepernick. You can't play without the camera. You can't do nothing like that. So people gotta like take in, like, you gotta take in the bullshit. And as he worked the winning, he has 2 great years left before he's like an older Ray Allen, where he's just catching the rock and giving you wet. Because he's not gonna be able to guard nobody soon. He got 2 years left. 7-footers don't age well in the knees. And he has an Achilles, and it just makes it more likely to happen again if you get one. He got 2 good years left. Warriors want him? Hell no, because we only got 2 good years left. So let's just do our 2 years and get these 1 or 2 more championships and let Kevin Durant do whatever he want to do over there. Maybe he'll go to the Wizards or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
and call it. That's where I'm at with it. Dale, you want him back?
No. But when he said would the organization try to do that, they may. You know what I'm saying? We done seen the Warriors down the line. I'm hoping that we ain't seen it in a while, but we done seen the Warriors make bad decisions. So, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to trading people and being like letting people go or letting people get from underneath us. I will say that it doesn't make much sense. And I think that the Warriors organization wouldn't probably swing that way because of what their legacy is starting to show. Their legacy is starting to show a organization that takes players in, builds them, makes them great players, and then distribute them out. And that's exactly what they've shown. And people are starting to recognize that. People are starting to see, like, media talks about how the Warriors bring people in, and their core thing is to get their core players, and bring them into the organization in other places when they retire. That's why you're seeing Iggy on the sidelines trying to coach. This is why you see Sean Livingston coming in to do award speeches. This is why you see Zaza doing, I don't even know how to say that full last name, but Zaza in the organization as well. So I don't think that they're about bringing someone in who could have been great for the organization, but in a way stabbed their back by going to another team. They're not gonna let that shit happen. They're not gonna let that shit go down. They're not gonna bring that food back. And like you said, their whole deal is, we already just got 4 championships like that in the last few years. We could be trash for another few years, really. We don't even got to win no more. We could be trash and just continue to rebuild and find another Steph Curry somewhere in these pickings, or somehow get a LaMelo down the line.
Just find another one.
For real though, just
might be Bronny James. Shit.
Hey, you damn near already got one with Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole is such a. No. Hold on. I'm not gonna be disrespectful to say that he's nearly anywhere to the height of where Steph is. But what I mean by that is, with Steph still being on the team, you could develop Jordan Poole into a Steph Curry. You could develop him to be a strength like that, and to a point to even be more of a versatile player with some of the ways that he's able to first step and get to the lane. He just got to stop the goofy shit. The goofy shit of like, hold on, y'all watch me do this show real quick. Like, you don't got to do all that.
Now let's go back in time here, okay? I like what you're saying about Jordan Poole. He'll never be a Steph. I love you.
Never be a Steph, but he will never be a Steph.
He will never be Steph Curry.
He is a faster guard with the ball in his hand than Steph.
Right.
But Jordan Poole is doing that same shit that Steph was doing. You remember for a while, Steph was doing these behind the back passes.
Exactly.
He was like, yo, what are you doing? Like,
you gotta do that. Nigga,
so
right
there. So I see the growth chart there, but I don't know. I like the young future, right? Mm-hmm. When Steph, Clay, and Draymond, I do think Steph, Clay, and Draymond all walk away at the same time.
Yep.
Right? That is just because of 10 years on the airplane, you know what I mean? But like, for them to be able to pass the team off to an Andrew Wiggins, to a Jordan Poole, to a Kuminga, and to a Wiseman, like, I like us for the next 5-10 years. Like, we're gonna take some bumps and some L's, but like,
we could lose for a bit, but we got enough young talent underneath us that we're able to get to another. We're able to get there. I mean, you took Jordan Poole from the G League You feel me? You brought that man from the G League and developed him to now being recognized as possibly, you know what I'm saying, a star in this NBA. I'm not going to say a superstar, but he's definitely a star in this NBA. You know?
Everything else saying about the development and all that shit is cute. I'm happy that y'all really feeling that way. But like, niggas ain't staying. And the Warriors about to be washed for 10 years. Like that's what's gonna happen. These dudes about to get their paper and they getting out of there. Like they're gonna go other places and be stars. They getting out of there because this is why.
6 bricks right there. That's 6 bricks right there.
Because this is why. We could talk about all this development and loyalty and all that shit of what the Warriors is gonna do, but everybody know the Harrison Barnes story. So, bro, get your money while you can get it. Get your bread while you can get it. Kuminga, if the Kings call you and offer you $100 million, you better leave tomorrow. You better leave tomorrow.
Do not go to the Kings, Kuminga. Do not do it. That's where your career gonna die. Don't do it.
That's if it's
the Clippers, fine.
You can't tell that man what to do with $200 million, man. You can't tell that man what to do with that much money, B. Right. I don't know. No, but I think that's beautiful. I'm glad y'all feel like Poole is like Aaron Rodgers and Steph Curry is like Brett Favre, and he gonna coach him into being as great as he was or better. But that's silly. So what I believe, it's silly. What I believe is like we got two good years left, and y'all better we got 2 good years left. Like when they was talking about the Patriots, there's like Tom Brady's way out. You better enjoy this while Tom Brady here, because after this, man, you know what I mean? It's like.
We're going to bring Cam Newton over here. You know how he is.
You know what I mean? It's like the Niners. Once Steve Young leave, y'all better have a good time with these 90s rings. Mm-hmm. After that, all y'all gonna do is
all we need to do is win one, and then we can bunch them all together like the rest of the big dynasties. Like act like we've been winning.
I almost don't want to go to the Super Bowl no more, dog. I'm tired of losing the Super Bowl. I'm tired, bro. I don't even want to go. That's why this year I was happy we didn't even go, because I'm tired of losing in the chip. I want to go.
Go ahead.
Y'all
got to find a quarterback.
Listen, let me tell us what we need to do.
Yeah, right. Especially not a Raider. Like you can't do shit. Like you can't do nothing.
The Raiders will have a better record than the Niners this year.
Man, that's what every Raiders fan saying at the beginning of the season. You niggas just gonna give the Raiders a shine.
Like the fact that I'm a Raider fan. I've been a Raider fan for I don't know how long. Like we had our dark days, nigga. Like we've been in the
y'all still got
you're a Raider fan. Like nigga, we finna go do some things. Like just watch. Like we finna do some things. You know. I mean, our quarterback is who he says he is, not like what other people got going on with their other shit.
Right now.
What that even supposed to mean? What does that even mean?
It doesn't even matter. This is the same speech every Raider fan get themselves. They be like, look, this year, all we got to do is have a better record than the Niners. That's it. And our quarterback, like if because they swear like it's always a quarterback issue with us. Like quarterback, and then look, y'all ain't got nobody. No. Y'all are trash.
You don't like the knowing that we lost in the first round of the playoffs last year, right? You don't like what they did in the offseason? You don't think they got better?
To the Raiders' point, though, this is why they've been high siding like the last several years, and they deserve it. They have a very solid quarterback. Like they finally have a quarterback. They have a quarterback that niggas draft in like fantasy football. Like he gets buckets, right? But he's not fitting to get y'all to the promised land. But Dale, your whole point. This is why we don't have these conversations with those people, Dale, because their whole idea, no matter how many playoff games they win, their whole mapped out time is every 4 years when we play them for the outside the division game. So all they worried about is New Year's. Like we beat the Niners, we could lose all our games. Derek Carr can lose his feet in a bicycle accident, but as long as we beat the Niners, which is true. What you gonna if they do beat us and we don't make the playoffs? I'm not about to walk into that shit.
I get it, but listen, we've been to the Super Bowl, man. We done a lot, man. We continue to.
We've lost, bro. Don't brag about going to the Super Bowl.
We've been to the Super Bowl. We've been conference final champions.
Don't flex on that shit, dog. Like we done lost some place.
You gotta start looking at it. You gotta start being optimistic more about it, man. Look, they ain't done shit. That's all you got to look at. The Raiders ain't done nothing.
They've lost Super Bowl 2. They went to, what y'all went to Super Bowl what? Steve, y'all went to Super Bowl what, 20 years ago? 22 years ago? That was there?
Like, I think Sundials and Jesus may have been around.
Sundials and Jesus.
I mean,
he was turning water to wine. Yeah.
John Gruden was the coach, we lost to the Buccaneers,
I think y'all had went to
I think it was like 2001, right?
Yeah, I think y'all went to Super Bowl Michael Jordan rookie year, right?
Michael Jordan still had hair. Look, let's.
Yo, man, what's your next question, man? Because I got a couple of hitters for you before we get out of here.
That's it. That's it. I'm good with mine.
Okay. You know what? I had one that was written down for you, but you actually end up asking us. I'm glad I got your opinion on that. But listen, man, I want to ask you a question, man. As an entrepreneur, bro, and the ex-football player, if you will. I mean, you money savvy as well. I want to ask you a question, but I want you to elaborate on this for me. Are you aware of the Deshaun Watson situation, right?
Yeah.
Deshaun, for those that don't know, he had 40 plus charges of, accusations of,
right? I thought it was like 66.
60 over 60 charges of sexual misconduct involving masseuses, and they eventually settled for an unknown number. Right. The NFL is thinking about doing like a lifetime ban on him, and but we don't know what happened because settled, right? So I want to ask you this, Steve. Is Deshaun Watson simply R. Kelly with more money?
Yeah.
Why?
So first off, okay, once you get past 10, 20, and 30, just something like whatever, 44, 55, 66, and all the number is irrelevant at that point, right? I shouldn't say it like that. We do have some female listeners, but the numbers are irrelevant at that point, right? But I say this because, first off, the attorney who brought the case up lives next door to the Houston Texans owner. I won't get into like what football is. Like they say, it's like a modern day slavery because it's all white owners who control black men. But there you go. But to answer that question, he is and it sucks, one, because of Deshaun Watson's story, like with his mom and his sisters, and so you wanted this, as black men, we want these like polarizing figures to be like good on the field and even better off the field. Like you can't knock LeBron. You ain't ever heard no dust, nothing come up about LeBron, which tells me his NDA is strong that he has in place. Now, strong. With Deshaun Watson here, it's, brother, you just need Jesus. You need help. I mean, both you and Kelly, like y'all might as well just get in a cell together. When Kelly talked about trapped in the closet, like Deshaun was trapped on the massage table, brother. Like this, like it's. I'm being funny, but I'm also being dead serious here. Like, I don't know. You got that much money, brother. You just couldn't like go find you like a baddie and just knock around a couple times. And like, is it a power trip for you? Like, I think both those dudes have power trips, right? Like, if you think, that's actually a good song by J. Cole, by the way. Yep. If you think about like what they're both looking at, and you put them in, like, I never thought to look at it or put it in the same box, but I'm like, that's a power issue there. Yeah. But right. Hell yeah, he's a younger R. Kelly with more money, right? Because he just got the bag. Cleveland just gave that brother what?
400?
Again, once you get past 100 mil, it's all the same after that, right? Once the number get up there, it's the same. And so I don't know, man. Like, it's wild to me that like this dude is about to fall off this platform that he had, but like you got to lay in the bed that you make. You know what I mean? Do I think some of it is real? Hell yeah. Ain't nobody ever laid on a massage table and not been like, okay, like let me get some let me alone time, right?
But like, you're Deshaun you're Deshaun Watson. What did you think was going to happen when somebody said, if I'm a chick, oh yeah, right there. Let me get in on that money bag too. Hell yeah, I did all that shit. I didn't feel comfortable. That's why the number got so big. Right. Like, I bet you ain't some of them chicks is like, yo, I don't even know you. Like, but the fact that the Texans knew about it and were supplying like hotel rooms and all this other stuff, like, that's the shitty part. Like the NFL, NFL is a can't get right league, brother. I don't care what you do. It's always one or two people who just mess it up for everybody else and like trying to protect the quote unquote shield. But hell yeah, he R. Kelly with more money. Hell yeah, he is. That's to ban him for lifetime. I mean, y'all gave Vic a second chance. Mm-hmm. And do people like humans better? Or do people like dogs better?
Love dogs. I tell you that all the time. You can see, watch a dog get shot on TV, motherfucker cry. Motherfucker watch Pookie get shot, be like, that's what that nigga get. Like,
that's what he gets. Wow.
Shouldn't have been smoking crack.
Shouldn't have been smoking crack. No, that's so stupid. Should have been smoking crack before they shot you. Nah, bro, I'm glad I got to ask you, especially because of your Texas point of view. I knew you'd give us some game. Like, yeah, so-and-so is what you call his neighbor. I knew you had some Texas gossip for us, some Texas tea, if you will. So, yeah, man, now he's absolutely. It made me think about it because it was this big deal about how the biggest thing people were talking about was how R. Kelly got 30 years and like Ghislaine Maxwell, the assistant to the homie that was doing the nasty shit. Perry
the
Epstein
white dude. I don't know who you're talking about. He had the island where Chris Tucker, Bill Clinton, Jordan all came out too.
Yeah, the Epstein guy. So Ghislaine Maxwell or whatever, she got 20 years, and she was his assistant. And R. Kelly got 30. People are like, why does white woman get 20? R. Kelly got 30. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, nah. There's like a bigger question that like, why don't R. Kelly got enough money to get out of this situation? Because R. Kelly been dealing with this shit since the Raiders lost the Super Bowl, 2001, right? And he was wilding out, just handing out money, but not like giving out real money. Like he wasn't settling like Deshaun settled for some bread because Deshaun's contract is $230 million guaranteed because he waived his no trade clause, so he had to live and die on the Browns forever, right? So whatever he gave him, everybody gonna shut up. R. Kelly are giving out sandwiches and pens and T-shirts and shit, not getting no real settlements, not getting no. Why are you gonna rate somebody give him a T-shirt?
It's the shirt, like you feel me? Like you gonna wear that one, and yeah. You want one with the album with a tour?
Sign is
remind me of my Jeep.
You also got to think about it this way too, though, right?
One more time.
You also got to think about it this too, right? I think the other reason why it's not. People are kind of like, oh, it's Deshaun Watson, right? Like all the women he was fucking around with was over 18. Mm-hmm. The Epstein, they have little girls. R. Kelly fucking little girls, under 18, right? So yeah. So like, should Kelly get that? Hell yeah. If you did that, you can't touch. You can do a lot of shit on this world. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna still fuck with you, but you can't touch no kids. Right. You can't touch. Nigga, you could have walked in there and robbed the bank. You could have did all kinds of. You can't touch no kids, brother. Can't do that.
Gonna find that out quick in them years. He about to find out quick in them 30 years.
Had that nigga in there singing high notes, nigga.
Correct. They about to have him in there talking about, you believe what? Yeah, believe in his dick. That's what they about to do.
Be like, yo, can we just keep it on the down low?
Poor guy. I mean, the thing is like, I don't feel bad for him. I do feel bad for I feel bad for the people. I feel bad for like the people that are involved and victimized, but like the middlemen, like the middle people that nobody talks about, like the parents that were just like giving up their kids for like T-shirts and like the background dudes that was just like letting little girls in there. Like, I don't know where those names are at. Like, who are people that? Because if you do some shit for 20 years, somebody's got to be involved. It's like if something's going wrong for 20 years, something's got to be wrong. Like the Raiders ain't won a Super Bowl in 20 years, so you got to investigate everybody in between that's involved in that. That's the way I see it. When things go on, when horrible things go on for that long, you got to ask who's in the middle, right, Dale?
Yeah, no, you got to ask who's in the middle, but at the same time, you got to think all those people started talking. All those people started talking. It's a bunch of people. Shit, Dame was even like, I was at a party. I stopped fucking with R. Kelly because he was doing stuff and I never liked him ever since. But then I decided to tell him, R. Kelly and Jay, they should do a whole album together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I been knew R. Kelly was sleeping with underage girls. Like, it's a bunch of people saying that shit, right? It's a bunch of people who started squealing though after that. Like his own personal staff, they probably did that shit to get themselves off, to get themselves immunity. Like, like, oh no, R. Kelly used to beat us, pistol whip us. They made him. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that. I don't know what he was as a prostitute, but I'm just saying. Like,
man, when the feds put it this way, when the feds start asking you questions, they know the answers.
Yeah, they do.
That's real talk. I think shout out to anybody that actually got pistol whipped. That shit's fucked up, but that's always everything that happens in a movie just looks funny to me. Like, why would you hit somebody with a gun?
Because you gotta learn.
And it was crazy. They never take their finger off the trigger when they hit somebody. Like, you hit somebody, you gonna squeeze like you probably the trigger too. You know?
I was trying to pistol whip him. Shot his ass though, but
yeah. I mean, it's like when you it's one of those. It's funny, right? Because we're starting to see all these Netflix and these like docu series things like. They are like the Chippendales thing. Like I had no idea what the Chippendale. I was like, damn, I didn't know about that. So it's curious to see like in the next 5 to 10 years, like, do we get like a Netflix docu-series like they did OJ, right?
Like R. Kelly story?
Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't watch a lot of regular TV, but I do watch like docu-series. And I'm like, man, it's a good, man, when I turn 40 or 50, it's going to be some shit from my 30s that's going to be on TV. And we're going to get to someone to be like, wait, I didn't even know that. Like, I didn't know about Epstein. And I was like, who's this dude? And so like, it's like, wait, what? Like this shit happened? Like,
yeah, his docu-series go crazy. I mean, I guess that's the coldest. That's the coldest promo for the episode. Like, y'all got to check out the Epstein documentary, but y'all really should. Because the cold part is like, if you see it, and you realize from the beginning, dude been a sociopath. But this nigga lied his way. He lied his way into the whatever system he was in. I think he was a lawyer, like somebody like an entrepreneur, but he lied his way into finance. Lied his way in. I went to school with so and so. We called and wasn't nobody there. So they know you. Nah, they know me. It's cool. I'm white. All right, come on over. Then it was good. Then it was just good. Like, so now for when we turn like I think 45. We got some wild ass documentaries about these scammers, about about OnlyFans.
I hope y'all didn't put no money into crypto.
Nah, we just had a whole episode.
We don't even. Hey, look, we just a whole other episode, my brother. Hey, man, look, man, this has been an outstanding time, bro. We appreciate you pulling up, man. Hopefully, this is not your last time. Thank you for pulling up. Dale is back in NorCal, so we're gonna do some live shit eventually, bro. Do you have any parting words for the people?
Eat your veggies. Help your doo-doo slide.
Y'all can be anywhere in the world right now, but y'all here with us, and we appreciate that.
Hey, man, if you made it this far, right before you log off, right there, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that bell. That way you stay notified for all of the Dale and Ryan Report content. So till next time, bye.